Gary Little. My role is Senior Software Engineer. I've worked with computers, well, say work. I've played with computers since the ZX81 came out, moving on to the BBC Micro, and I've been interested in computers ever since. So it's you can call it work or you could call it play to a degree, because it's what I'm interested in. It's an interesting question because we talk about BI tools, but BI itself is a spectrum of technologies that kind of starts with the acquisition of data, the aggregation of data, the management of data, the reporting of that data, and the visualization of that data. And then as you move through that kind of spectrum, you get to things like forecasting, modeling, and then as you move further into that spectrum, you'll get to data analysis, data mining, and things like that. At Hydrogen, we don't tend to work in the data mining and the data analysis side of things. We stick towards that acquisition, reporting, visualization, forecasting area. So in that area of the spectrum, there's lots of tools that we use. One that smears itself out over quite a large spectrum of that would be Oracle's Application Express, called Apex. That's the element that customers will see. It builds the applications and gives us a tool set to do a lot of the reporting, visualization, the creation of applications in that space. Yeah, when I say Apex covers quite a lot of the visualization and reporting elements of BI, it works on top of Oracle's database. And Oracle itself has a lot of capable tools for analyzing data. So Apex itself does not necessarily offer forecasting capabilities itself, but you can build on the linear regression and moving averages that you can get from Oracle's data analytic tools, and Apex can sit on top of those and produce visualizations and reports of that. That's how we kind of created the fundamentals of the reporting tool for customers that we've produced solutions for so far. The data sets that they have indicated that they're susceptible to seasonalization, such as Christmas sales might increase, or when the weather improves, it might increase. So when we try to produce forecasts, we have to take into account the seasonality by just chunking it up into the nearest month kind of thing, and then forecasting into the future and re-seasonalizing the forecast into the future. So that's the elements of what we do. It's a collection of requirements that an MSP has wanted us to produce for them, and as they sit together in a solution that there are elements of which are bespoke and elements of which could be generally used in the MSP area. So there are tools within that kind of space that manage things like how many licenses have you purchased that aren't being utilized? When are those licenses going to need renewing? Are there potential cost savings from looking at the cost of the licensing in conjunction with potential assurances that payment will continue into the future with things like reserved instances? So we can highlight where there are potential cost savings and what's up and coming work's going to be necessary to renew things and manage accounts that might be disabled, that have got licenses allocated to them that are just consuming costs for no good reason. So there's quite a lot of tools in that area, that those are some of them.